Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to install the Polaris sun visor kit on my 2024 Ranger 1500. So I'm going to try to go through this pretty quick. It's a simple deal. I ain't going to try to make some long video out of it. Here are the visors. They're plastic, kind of neat looking. They even got the Polaris star there. And you get two mounting brackets. This is the right side, this is the left side. You get a little bag of hardware, a few bolts. You get the instructions that you go online to get those. They don't send instructions on paper no more. In the instructions, they tell you to remove the headliner completely. I am going to try and just take the front of the headliner down. I will let you know how that goes. But I think, because there's only two bolts. There's two bolts, and then you do have to put a slit in the headliner so that bracket pokes through. I'm guessing if you take the headliner completely off, there's probably a line they've got marked. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this without pulling the headliner. If it's too much trouble, I'll pull it. But yeah, I'm going to get to it, guys, and just pull. There's a couple push pins. There's two push pins on this side. I'll probably loosen up the bolts on the center switch panel. I might take the bolts completely out. And then there's two more push pins, plastic push pins. And I'm gonna give it a try. A little better look at these push pins. One there, and one there. It's the same exact on the other side. And then there's 4 screws that hold the switch panel. Like I said, I'm just going to try to loosen that up. But I got this tool here. I don't know what it is. It's for cars. But you just stick this under here like so. If I can, and just pull out the. And actually, I think they sent new ones. Because I've had them out a few times and they're starting to get wrecked. Okay, so I just installed the passenger side just to see if I could do it without removing the headliner completely. I don't think that's possible. I'm not going to take it out of the Ranger because I did get my slit cut in the headliner, and I got this bracket on just by pulling all the bolts and all the push pins out of the headliner and dropping it down. I couldn't pull it forward enough to get it over this bracket. That's why I ended up taking all the bolts out of the headliner. Yes, it's annoying, but I don't think you're going to do it without dropping all the bolts out of the headliner. So I'm going to do the driver's side. Basically, you just install the J-nuts onto the right brackets, and then the smaller bolts here are the ones that go into that. You got longer bolts here. These will actually bolt the visors on right here, like so. There's 2 of them for each visor, and again they give you extra push pins. They say use them as needed. Okay, so here's where it's going. You see those 2 bolts up there? This bracket slides like so, and then those 2 bolts go through that hole into those J-nuts. Now this side is a lot easier. The other side has a washer fluid hose in the way. I had to kind of pry it down in a way because it was getting in the way, but it's harder on the passenger side. This driver's side is pretty easy. Of course, I did drop the headliner completely, or I didn't drop it completely. I dropped it way down, so it's a lot easier to get access. I would recommend just pulling all the bolts, push pins out of your headliner. Just let it sit like I got it sitting here. I don't think you got to take it out. You can take it out if you want, but I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to get this other bracket on and hopefully get these visors in place. Okay, so that's what it looks like bolted on with the 2 bolts in there. It sticks down like that. Now you're going to cut your headliner. This still has to lay flat up against your roof, the steel. So you're cutting back here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you're going to cut back here. What I'm doing is, I can't do it now because I got my light in there, but I'm just pushing it up and I'm lining the push pin hole right here up with my headliner, kind of eyeballing it, and I'm just making my slit. That's what I did on the other side. Worked out really well. Once you get your slit, you got to take this and slide it over. It'll go up and over that. So this will go up. This will be up above. This part here will be up above the bracket. So I'm going to do that and get that installed. Okay, so hopefully this is turning out. There is the passenger side bracket. You got the driver's side bracket over there. Not too bad. There's quite a few screws. You got to kind of line everything up, but it ain't too bad dropping all the stuff out of here. I'd say probably the hardest part would be getting your slits right. They ain't got to be perfect, but they do got to be in the right spot for this headliner to go back up in there. So hopefully I showed good enough. The instructions aren't that great. I had no idea it was going to tuck up under there, but it tucks up under the bracket. So it looks, I think it looks the same as it was. It wasn't perfect before either, but whatever. Got to bolt the visors up here, just 2 bolts on each side, guys. Should be simple. Should be pretty simple. I might tip up my windshield to make it easier to get oh, maybe I don't. I just get a gear wrench. I'm going to get them installed and then I'll show you the final shot. So there they are installed. They do look pretty good. They're pretty stiff. So I don't think they're going to just fall down even though this thing vibrates. I think they'll stay up. They're a little bit, they come down from the roof a little bit and they stick out here. So you do, I guess, lose a little bit of room. So the tools that I used on this job was a T40, a T25, a Torx bit. I use this little headliner push pin tool. I think it's a trim tool, automotive trim tool. 10 millimeter socket, 1/4 inch wrench, 10 millimeter gear wrench to get the sun visors on, and then a utility knife. Make sure you get a sharp one, guys. Don't struggle with a dull one. Utility knife to make the slits. And that's all I used for this job. So like I said, it's not that difficult. So I probably should have added these. I wanted to add these as soon as I got the machine, but they are not cheap, just like most Polaris accessories. They're not cheap. They're pretty expensive. But from what I have found, they're usually pretty good parts. They bolt on pretty easy. Everything pretty much fits really well because they're making their own stuff for their own machines. So it does cost more. In the end, it's probably worth it. But I know these machines, they're really getting expensive, and it seems like they're gouging you for all your accessories. But it is what it is, guys. Okay, so there they are in the daylight, not in the shop. Hopefully there's a better view. I'm using them a little bit. They don't shake, vibrate, make any noise, so that's nice. Well, we might have sun. Clouds are rolling in. It's getting late. I thought maybe I'd be driving into the sun today to give them a test, but I think it's going to cloud up. But I think they're going to work. It comes down, they come down far enough, I think, that it should do what I want it to do, what I need it to do. So I guess that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Maybe this will help you out. I'll see you.